So how can you use an 8x8 paper pad and make a mini album? Well, I'm about to show you. Hi everyone, this is Debbie from Project 39 Mini Album, and this month I was trying to use up 6x8, 8x8, and 8.5 by 11 paper as part of our paper stash smash collab. I had this fairy dust collection, which I love and adore, and I also had the fairy wings ephemera cards in my stash. Now, my feeling on this is I know a lot of people like to hoard graphic 45 paper, but my feeling is you need to let it out into the light of day. So I chose to make this mini album. Now it's 5.5 by 7.5 with a 2-inch spine. It's got a lot of room for pictures, surprisingly, even though it is a fairly small album. There will be some still shots at the end of the video so you can see some close-ups in case you want to replicate this, especially the cover. It's not a tunnel cover, but it does have several layers, and it's hard to see. It's hard to see in a video, so wait till the end and take a look at the still shots. So let me talk about the cover first. So like I said, there's several layers. The bottom layer is green, and I did put where it says fairy dust over to the side. The next layer has around the perimeter of it some of the sayings. I did cut it at an angle at the corners just to have it all work together. And there's this one fairy with the daisy and some of the forget-me-nots. The next layer has a purple background, and there's more forget-me-nots and some of the violets. And then finally the top layer is this, which is cut to fit the page. This is on the bottom. We've got one of the fairies here, some of the violets, some lilies of the valley here in the corner, and just I love how the flowers all flow with different levels, just like a garden. So anyhow, it was a lot of fun to do, a little bit of fussy cutting, but a lot of fun to coordinate and figure out how to make this cover. I'll take you inside and we'll take a look. So I've got this one fairy. She's fussy cut. She's glued down in the corner, but it makes a great little tuck spot. And again, these were from the Fairy Wings collection, and as you can tell, they match nicely with the fairy dust. I mean, here's the flowers that match, even though the daffodils are not actually in the fairy dust collection. I mean, it's all spring flowers and it's beautiful. So here I've got a magnet under a swivel. So I have an old die that I can make these swing tabs with, but I know Graphic 45 with this collection had some chipboard elements. I didn't have them to make this album. I took my craft knife underneath. Can we see it here? I don't know if you'll be able to see it. No, because I covered it with paper. But I sort of scooped out a little hole and put in a very small magnet and put a magnet here. So sometimes I have my swivel tabs and sometimes it's not. If you don't have photos in here, it doesn't hold as well. So I put a magnet to have that closed. I like that little trick. A little bit of detail here on the side. I love this violet paper. It's just so beautiful. And then this will open and that will open. Again, some more detailing here. And then of course there is a pocket. Now, since I only had the 8x8 collection of fairy dust, I didn't have any of the solids. I did have solids from the Voyage Beneath the Sea, which, you know what, if I didn't tell you that was from a different collection, you probably wouldn't have realized it. So here are some more of the journaling cards. I just thought they were pretty in the pocket. You could use them to actually journal on, or you could put photos on the back. I just think it's just such a beautiful collection. And you could add photos to in the pocket without putting them on paper or anything. But here's room to put a nice size photo. So that will go down, that will go like this, and then there is our little magnet closure. Something I did different with this collection is I used, instead of black or white cardstock, I used sort of a periwinkle blue cardstock to make the album. I just wanted to do something a little different. Here's the back side of one of the the 8x8 papers. It is a perfect spot to put a photo, but if you don't want to, you don't need to. There is a belly band on this page and some more of the journaling cards. So you could put a photo there or photos in there, but if you don't have enough room, there is a photo mat inside the pocket. The photo mat itself is 4.5 by 6.25. So you could put a 4x6 photo. I would, if it were me, cut it down just a little bit, but there's room for 2 photos there. This is held down with a magnet. On this side, I have one of the no, this wasn't a journaling card. This was a cutout from the collection. One of the pages had some cutouts, cut-aparts. I did back it on here. There's one magnet on each side, so that way it holds this page closed. This will open up like that, and there is a large pocket here with a couple of journaling cards there. And I put some stamps here in a row with some of the small little journaling cards from one of the papers, just as a little tuck spot. Room there and there for a photo, and of course you can put it in the pocket. And there we go, that holds that closed. Here's a small flap, just mainly so I could use this beautiful journaling card that will open like this. I think this paper might have been from Little Things, pretty sure. A small pocket made again with the stamps to coordinate with this page, and a couple of the journaling cards there. Here is the hidden photo mat. This will open here again. I put the magnet underneath this swing tab. This will open like this. There's a photo mat there. We've got a little fairy fussy cut with one of the flowers hanging over. That, of course, is open. So you could still add a photo under there. And then over here, there is just a little tuck spot. It's one of the journaling cards, but I did cut around it just to have this mushroom stick out, just so the mushroom was a big part of the page. There's a journaling card stuck there, and just a couple of little elements there. So that'll close like that, but there's more. This will open here, giving you room to put photos, and of course these fussy cut mushrooms are open, so you could add your photos there. That's held down with a magnet. This is just a side loading pocket. Again, I wanted the mushrooms here, just so that would coordinate with this mushroom paper. And there are a couple more of the journaling cards. And this element, of course, has the fairies sitting around a little mushroom. Let me take this one. And this is actually open, which I could have put something else in there. But still time. There's the hidden photo mat. And then this one, side loading, not side loading, that just opens like that, giving you room to put a couple of pictures right there. I fussy cut this from one of the journaling cards and then matched it with another one of the journaling cards. Again, that's from the Fairy Wings collection because I didn't have the journaling cards for Fairy Dust. A pocket with a couple of journaling cards. I mean, these are gorgeous, aren't they? See, I think that's where no, that's that one. Did I get that? I don't know where I got this from. Don't know. But anyhow. And there we go. There. So as you can see, there's 4 signatures in this book. So it gives you some room. Again, I fussy cut one of the gals from one of the fairies from, I think, from one of the journaling cards. So you can use that as a tuck spot. I had her with the little bubbles and then a bubble coming out there just so it sort of reached across the page. So much fun. So much imagination went into this collection, and it was fun to use it in the book. So that I had, it's a border, and it just made a nice back pocket. You know, I like to do pockets and flaps at the back page, just in case, making sure there's nothing else in there. Just in case you have extra pictures and you don't have any room to put it. There is that. More bubbles there. So that sort of coordinates. Again, this paper came from a different collection. I do believe it was Little Things collection, but I think it went nicely as just, you know, just the background paper. You know, when you don't have that much paper, what can you do? And then the back, I just used one of that. Basically, I was out of paper, but I did like to use that. I would have put something down here, but I didn't have anything left. And I thought this would be a good spot to put a photo if you wanted to. You can tell that this is built up a little bit. It's not extremely thick. I mean, from the cover, it's less than 1/4 of an inch, but it allows you those different layers. So you've got the layers on the front. Oh, as far as a tutorial, there is already a tutorial to make the base album. It is the same one I made the farmhouse collection with, which is, did I make one with Well Groomed? I don't remember, but I will list it in the description box, the tutorial. And then I will put, again, still photos so you can see how I decorated it. I don't have a tutorial of this exact thing, but you can make the base album using that tutorial and then decorate it with really whichever graphic 45 paper you have, and really any paper collection that you have. It's an easy tutorial in my mind, but you add this gorgeous graphic 45 paper and it just has a lot of pizzazz. So I enjoyed making it. It was a lot of fun. It went very quickly. There's still lots of room for photos in here, and it was fun to do. That is what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, and have a fabulous day.